Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. We are about to do a program in which we're going to do a planetary puja, an in-depth puja, honoring all the planets, the stars they're in, archetypes that rule those stars, planets that rule the zodiac signs that the various planets are in, and so forth. We're going to be using the chart of now, based on my current location, which is in New Mexico in the United States. And I'm so happy to have you joining us. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this call Monday through Friday on this channel. I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. When I was a child, this was my mother's favorite holiday. She often invited people that we didn't know to our Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe it was someone that she had encountered who didn't have a place to go on Thanksgiving, and she would invite them to come to our house. And she would have everyone go around the table and say things that they were thankful for. And I just always thought it was a beautiful holiday in that way, the sharing of food with others and everyone expressing gratitude for the various blessings that they have had. I'm very grateful for this program and grateful to all of you who attend it. It certainly is something that lifts my day to start with the Planetary Pooja with all of you. Dr. Pillai has explained that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. And as we do this puja, we are inviting their positive blessings to both come into us and to come into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the Vedic chart. I have drawn this chart in chalk on a little blackboard on a side table, and I'm going to use that blackboard during the puja. I also have a container of water. I have a lit tea light. I have a hand fan, and I have a bell that I'm going to use during the puja. To start the puja, I'm going to take the water and dip my ring finger, my right hand, into it several times and sprinkle drops of water on each side of the blackboard chart. Sprinkle some drops of water on top of my own head and send some drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that we are all participating in this puja from a sense of being purified and in a sense of being in sacred ground. Next, to start the puja, I'm going to invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. He is traditionally invoked at the beginning of all Vedic rituals and prayers and etc. So we start with invoking Ganesha. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and we ask him to remove obstacles for all of you in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask Ganesha to remove obstacles for all of you, now and always. And we thank him for his help with this. Now I'm going to do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, I'm going to start with the zodiac sign that is the ascendant sign, represented here with the letters AC. This is the sign coming up on the eastern horizon right now in my local area. This is Scorpio. Dr. Pillai said we would start. Well, actually, first we need to start with the various time elements that are active right now. I'm jumping ahead. Let's start with the time elements. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Thursday, ruled by Jupiter. I'm going to put the flower petals on Jupiter as I say Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Jayesta. This is a star that can give blessings for courage. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. Right now the moon in my area is in the first waning moon phase called Pratipat in Sanskrit. Dr. Pillai said for the moon phase, we would use the Sanskrit name followed by the word Devi, invoking the light being associated with that moon phase. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, that is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the yoga and the karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would simply say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Sukarman, and that has energies of being generous. Sukarman, Sukarman, Sukarman. And the karana that's active right now is one called Bhava, and that has energies of creativity. Bhava, Bhava, Bhava. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment, looking at the ascendant sign, which is in the sign of Scorpio at the moment in my area. Dr. Pillai said we would start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture to the importance of that planet at the moment. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. I'm going to put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, starting in Scorpio, we're going to honor the planets as they occur in various signs going in a clockwise direction around the chart, starting with the ascendant sign. Today in Scorpio, we have the Sun, we have Venus, we have Mercury, and the Moon. The Sun, Venus, and Mercury are all in the star of Anuradha. I'm going to invoke all three of the planets before I invoke the star. I start with the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we invoke the Venus for being in Scorpio. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we invoke Mercury for being in Scorpio. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. The Sun, Venus, and Mercury are all in a star called Anuradha. This is a star of prosperity and friendship. It's also a star that's the birth star of Lakshmi, the goddess, and Vishvamitra, the sage who gave us the Brazi sound. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals across the Sun, Venus, and Mercury. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Anuradha star is ruled by Mitra, a form of the sun in which he is the universal friend to everyone. The sun gives his life freely to everybody, regardless of who they are or what kind of person they are. He's a great teacher of friendship. We put the flower petals across the Sun, Venus, and Mercury as we honor Mitra. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Mitraye Namaha. Anuradha star is ruled by Saturn. We put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we honor the moon for being in Scorpio. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in Jayesta star. This is a huge star. If you were to put Jayesta in our solar system, right where the sun is, Jayesta would go out past the sun, past Mercury, past Venus, past the Earth, past Mars, and halfway out to Jupiter. It is a huge star. This is a star that can give blessings for courage. Dr. Pillai says it can also give blessings for conflict resolution. We invoke these blessings from this large, large star. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Om Jayestaye Namaha. Jayesta star is ruled by Indra, an archetype who can give blessings for courage and leadership. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Indraye Namaha. Om Indraye Namaha. Om Indraye Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishika, or Scorpio, the most occult of all of the zodiac signs. Today containing the sun, which is our soul, Venus, planet of happiness and enjoyment of material plane comforts and the arts, Mercury, planet of communication, and also planet that helps with our sense of humor, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now going in a clockwise direction around the chart, the next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto and also Saturn. We honor Pluto, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in Dhanishta, a star of prosperity and music and good reputation. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye, Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that can help us with rationality and science, and Saturn, planet of structure, organization, patience, perseverance, and compassion. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Neptune, who is retrograde. We honor Neptune. I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that helps with purification. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha, or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and also helps us to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena, or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. Yesterday, after our puja, Jupiter went direct, so he'll be going in a forward direction again now for quite some time. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. We ask for blessings from this star to help us with our business development. And I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Ayurbundya, an archetype who can help to guard treasures and valuables. We ask him to guard our treasures, our valuables, and also to guard our treasure that is the earth itself. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundyaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most metaphysical and transcendental and sort of dreamy of all the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, the planet that helps with everything related to spirituality, a planet of optimism, a planet that can help us in the areas of banking or legal matters, and also a planet that can help with increasing wealth. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasier sign with a planet in it is Misha, or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus, who is retrograde. Both of those planets are in the same star today, so I'm going to honor both of them before I invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor retrograde Uranus. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Both Rahu and Uranus are in a star called Bharani. This is a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power. And this is a star that can help to give good reputation, or could give energies of fame to people who want that. We ask for blessings from this star. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us make friends with new technologies, and Uranus, a planet that can help with higher intelligence and success in life and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasier sign with a planet in it is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mars, who is retrograde. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Mrigashira. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with spiritual enlightenment. This star also gives us the curiosity to learn new things, have new experiences. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mrigashiraye Namaha. Om Mrigashiraye Namaha. Om Mrigashiraye Namaha. Mrigashira star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon, in which he is the divine nectar, or Amrita, of immortality. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Mrigashira star, which is Mars. I put more flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha, or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and also a great love of luxury, today containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasir sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati. Dr. Pillai says this star can give divine blessings. We honor Swati star, and I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air element. And also Vayu is the father of Hanuman. We honor him. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Swati star, which is Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies of balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now that we have invoked all the planets and all the stars that they are in, I'm taking a lit tea light and I'm holding it above the blackboard that has the chalkboard chart and all the little piles of flower petals that we have just offered. And in the air, I'm circling it around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now I'm taking a hand fan to offer the element of air and waving it above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering air and a cooling breeze. And now I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us, our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, a safe place to live, clean air to breathe, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. I offer you my life, O eternity, such as it is, and I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for about a minute, and then we can do a short Q&A period. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. This is a holiday of gratitude. Ranak is asking, what changes can we expect from Jupiter becoming direct? Ranak, Jupiter is a planet of optimism, and with him going direct, it may be easier for people to feel a bit more hope, a bit more optimism with him going direct. Sometimes when a planet is retrograde, we struggle a little bit sometimes with some of the qualities of that planet, but optimism should be easier for people to tap into. It's also an energy that helps us with our spiritual life. It may be easier for some people to pick up their meditation habit again or rededicate themselves to their practices, or even to go deeper in their spirituality. Jupiter also on the material plane is a planet that can help with wealth and help with banking and help with legal matters. And some people, maybe they're struggling with a court case or something like that. They may find it easier for things to become unraveled and go more smoothly in those areas with Jupiter going direct. So for some people, it may be a surge of energy that brings a positivity with it. Jupiter is called the Great Benefic. He gives a lot of blessings. I consider him to be really the 200% planet because he can give 100% spiritual blessings and 100% blessings on the material plane as well. So I think it's a nice thing that he's gone direct. And as I said, he is right now in a star that Dr. Pillai says helps with business development. So him going direct may also, untangle certain things in business development for some people. So positive changes for most people would be an expectation. Okay, hope that's helpful. Jupiter is a great planet. Both he and Saturn are sitting right now in a sign that they rule. And whenever a planet sits in a sign he rules, he's in a good dignity. He's comfortable. So that also helps with him going direct right now. He's in a sign he rules. He's happy to be there. Good question. So again, this is a good day to be expressing our gratitude, thanking people in our lives, expressing gratitude. And it's also a good day to do something to help feed the hungry, whether it's sending money to a food bank or volunteering time. It's also a good day to think of people who may not have as much as we do at the moment and share some of our success, our blessings, and our food with them as well. Okay. Not seeing any other questions in the chat at the moment. So I hope that answered the question okay. And I'll be here again tomorrow. This puja is always slightly different each day because the moon is zipping around so quickly. There's obviously some planets that are sitting a long time in the same sign and the same star. And sometimes this helps us realize there really are differences in the generations of people because they would have been born with certain things as a generation of the outer planets anyhow, in the same sign, in the same star, and that may have colored some of their perceptions. Okay, I'll go ahead and let you get on with your day or your evening. Wishing everyone well. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.